What's up, fellas? I'm here with this old razor, getting a little more work done on it. But before we start this next video, just want to let you know, videos every Wednesday for all October. And also, maybe, so you'll get this video today, Wednesday, little LT50 we're working on for a customer. And then maybe this razor, well, let's check it out. We should be riding this razor in the next couple days as well. So this video may post this weekend. Latest it'll be is next Wednesday. Videos every Wednesday for all October. Let's get up in there, dudes. Dang, guys, take a look at that little cream puff. Somebody just dropped it off for me to tune up and service for them. Shit, that's the economy we're living in right now. I gotta work on other people's stuff every now and then, but I kind of got a soft spot for these, so let's get it in the shop and let's get it running for them. Well, I went ahead and got an air filter and spark plug coming for this thing. I know I'm gonna need both of those. I have the oil to change it. Hopefully the petcock's good, and hopefully it doesn't need a carb kit. It does seem to have compression. Other than that, we're gonna adjust the brakes, change the oil, adjust this chain. She's a little loose. Get up in there. I don't know what this is. It's loose. Bolt going into the pull starter. Missing bolt for the pull starter. So we're just gonna kind of go through it for him, get it ready to ride. Maybe while we have the tank up and stuff, we might power wash the frame for him, but I'm not gonna touch the plastics because I don't want to knock any of his graphics off. We're gonna pull that carb and clean it. Clean the tank out a little bit and go from there. So let's get started. So I haven't seen this bike run. He told me it did previously, but what we're gonna do for the sake of it is we're gonna pull the spark plug. We're gonna check for spark and compression. I pulled the rope. It feels like it does have compression, but I'm just gonna give it the whole finger test. Let's get this plug out. I broke her loose with the ratchet. Go ahead and remove the spark plug. Yeah, that thing's pretty oily. So to check the spark, we come over here, make sure this is on run. Get our ignition coil out here where we can work on it. Put our boot back in, ground it, and then give her a couple pulls. I don't see any spark either. No spark, brother. I have a new plug coming tomorrow, but she's not sparking at all, so I moved the switch around a few times. Maybe seeing that crack in there, the switch could be broken, but well, guys, mystery solved. The wire popped off the coil over here. That can be fixed. Always good to check your compression and spark before you buy something not running. I didn't buy this. I'm working on it for a guy here, a local here. This tank ain't even bolted on. So they need some miscellaneous hardware. The rear fender only had one bolt in it as well. Missing some here and here. We're gonna put on for him. But let's, we gotta get the carburetor off. So we're gonna need to clean it. So unfortunately, these only have an on, prime, and prime situation. So we gotta pinch the line to pull the tank, I do believe. We also need to get some bolts for that. It looks like there's a secondary line going into the oh, for a vacuum right there. You see it? Oh, gotta pull that vacuum line. So I got the carb off. Oh, look at here. Come here and check this out, bro. Fixed it. It had a little bit of an oil leak from the oil pump. So we just run it down here like an overflow.
And just let it go. Look at that. Look at that, dude.
Keep the gravel all clean at the house and no grass will grow. I already knew it'd need an air filter, but I wasn't that for sure. There's some of it. Carb's a little dirty. We're gonna power wash this frame, especially the motor. Got a ton of grease and grime on it. Get it cleaned up. We're gonna straighten out your fender brackets for you. Got a little bent steering stem action. I don't know, that thing's a little bit bent. Probably when that happened. We're gonna wash this sucker off a little bit and give it a fresh start real quick. We're gonna degrease this motor real good. Wash her up for him. Lube up that chain, adjust it. and then get onto our tune-up here. Look at that, sun just came up over there, fellers. Old sun's up. Ooh, that's like a little power work. That's the coolest thing about these old bikes is all the random repairs people have done on them. Whole steering stem's a little tweaked. We power washed all the grease off the frame for you. Look there now. Look at that frame repair. I'm not shaming you if it was you. I'm just letting you know. Somebody made a repair on this thing or two. We're resetting this chain tension so that we can probably take a link out. And I'm gonna fill up this throttle cable a little bit. Lube this throttle cable up some because it's a little bit sticky. Chain looks all right, but it's just way too long. We can't adjust it anymore. We're gonna try and take a link and a half out of it and see if that gets us where we need to be. All right, we removed a link and a half out of the chain, so now she's appropriately nice and snug. Had to put a new coil wire on it. Orion's going through that carburetor. She should be a runner here in a little while. As far as the frame repairs go, somebody got up in it right there. They got up in that side with some welds. They got up in right there with some welds. Getting this Earl changed out. Ain't too much in there. I guess that's normal. You got a big flat, oh, I got a flathead right here. Give me some Yama lube up in there once this all drains. And a couple crush washers. Oh, I got this metric pack right here, bro. I think that will work better, don't you? So we got to run way back up in there good and tight. We got another cap here. This other one, another one go that was on it. Had like a spring jam, yeah, it had like a spring jammed in it. Somebody made it work, but yeah, it's not necessarily right. So we got this one here. We're gonna put it on and make sure it's sparking. Starting to get her back together. Throwing in some hardware to hold everything together. Put one on the starter too. So those are Allen's, unfortunately. Then you got your Phillips down here, and then the 10 I put on. But it's the right length. That's what she said. Yeah. And this thing should be good to go by tomorrow. I'm waiting on the air filter, spark plug, fuel lines, and it's got fresh oil in it. We'll slap a little premix in it tomorrow, and away this thing goes. Hopefully, then the kiddo should be able to ride it all the time. Time to finish up this quad. We got the rest of the little parts we need. Spark plug, air filter, fuel lines. We'll get some fresh gas in it. See if she wants to fire up. Got us some new Allens for the fuel tank here. She didn't have any in her. I wish she'll stay nice and put. Let's see if she wants to fire. Time to gas her up. I bent this bracket back out for you. Put some new hardware in the front fenders. There's a couple missing off of this pull starter. The fuel tank didn't have any in it, so we just tried to replace all the fasteners that weren't there. Removed the link and half out of the chain, got it adjusted. New spark plug, air filter, fuel lines, fresh oil change, a couple other things, but I think she's good to go, man. So I've got the brake off, getting this idle adjusted just right. Trying to get it as low as I can. A minute ago I was wanting to crawl around a little bit. Just lubed up the chain real nicely. This is all back together and finished up. Adjusted the brakes. Gave her a full tune-up. So you guys be sure and get up in there. And guys, if you're local to DFW and you need something like this gone through for you, I guess drop a comment and maybe I can get to it for you this winter. I didn't want to touch any of the plastics. I'll leave that fun stuff up to him. We got her running. Full tune-up. She should be a one puller now. I was even left-handed. I can't do anything left-handed. Almost done with our projects. I'm gonna get on to one more this winter, I think, after this one. But I should have time. I should have time for you.